8. Inspire others to do and give more. If Churchill's efforts at persuasion had fallen on impossibly deaf ears throughout the 1930s, he would soon have a chance to use his talents to far greater effect. Many of his greatest challenges up until this point had been of a generally personal sort, with success requiring him to draw the best from himself. But he would now need to do the same for an entire nation. As the German Wehrmacht rolled through Poland with an ease that few would previously have thought possible, and Britain finally declared war, Churchill was restored to his previous position as First Lord of the Admiralty. It soon became clear that the architect of the failed policy of appeasement, Neville Chamberlain, was not equipped to lead the country in wartime and had to resign. With no other obvious candidate for the country's highest political position, George VII tapped Churchill to lead the country as the Prime Minister of a coalition government, delivering him to his greatest goal at one of the most trying times in the nation's history. Churchill wasted no time rallying the country behind him. He recognized from the start that Britain faced long odds, particularly as his exhortations about the need for a military buildup to match Germany's had been ignored throughout the 1930s. He saw that the desire to avoid the suffering that war would entail would be a powerful one, and immediately set out to inspire the British people to resist it, knowing that the price of succumbing would be too high. He did so by cutting to the chase, laying out in clear, unflinching ways the difficult prospects that faced the country as it sought to hold out against Germany. At the same time, he inspired hope and courage in his nation's people by appealing to their pride and their love of their country and one another, crafting some of the most memorable images and speeches of his career during this period. A lesser, less confident leader might have sought to conceal the challenges that lay ahead, believing that only by doing so could the necessary support be rallied. In refusing to go this route, Churchill secured a confidence and loyalty from the British populace that would hold up through the ravages and pain of the war that followed, when so many would suffer and lose loved ones or their own lives. Although he is probably best known as an orator, a leader for his wit and striking, inspiring imagery, Churchill ultimately owed just as much of his success to his ability to use them to support a plain, unblinking view of the world, however harsh it might have been. By being honest with his countrymen that tough times were to come, and inspiring them from the beginning to confront them fearlessly, he succeeded in ways that few other leaders could possibly have hoped to match. Leaders seeking to inspire others to bear up under difficulties and produce all that they are capable of should keep in mind that the truth properly framed and delivered can be the most powerful motivator of all. It can take more in the way of skill and determination to lead in this fashion, but the results can be more reliable and valuable than if less straightforward means are employed.